Good morning, guys. Today is Sunday, and that means in theory in about an hour somebody should be here with VCDS to fix this. In the meantime though, I'm gonna try to use all of these things to clean some of this oily mess up before we fill up more oil into this system to see either whether it leaks or to see whether somebody just spilled all the oil out here, because yeah, you can see the puddles down there. Oil. And this even looks like an oil cap. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to give it a rough clean before we start working on it, just to make it a little bit nicer. You know, somebody's coming to help me, so I might as well try. Well, doesn't that look already a lot better? Obviously, there's still some oil down in the crevices, so I just stuffed some of the paper in here to soak it up nicely. A lot more where that came from. Also, all the little small stuff and things, some more bolts and stuff. I duct taped this up there because it's broken, but now it's out of the way. I'm even gonna take this out just for convenience. I'll probably just try to get this padding here, this insulation, cleaner a little bit because it's still wet and soaky. But what I did is I've also vacuumed all the glass shards out that I could find, all the splitters and stuff. So that should make working in here a lot nicer and easier. Nope. So we found a problem. This is the hydraulic pump, and these are the hydraulic lines, and these are held in place by these bolts, and these are predominantly missing. And we thought we didn't have them until we just found them literally under the pump in that little enclave there. So because these were missing, every time we used the pump it would push out these lines and spill more hydraulic fluid everywhere, because why wouldn't it? And obviously that is not ideal. So we just were about to give up. We already looked up those screws when we were just about to put this all back together. By the way, we moved it manually around, which you obviously can do. Well, obviously, because I was told we can. And still not perfect, nothing works as of yet, but obviously we found the screws when we were putting it back together, so we're just putting them in and see what's what. We still have plenty of oil to put in it, and then we'll look what else doesn't work. Like, we already found this here. This is for this flap, which isn't coming up. Well, it's coming up, but it's not going down or whatever. It's just a broken little piece of plastic. The other one over here, it looks like that. This one, well, doesn't, obviously. So yeah, gonna put those screws back in, and maybe we have a working pump. We'll see about that. So we put it all back together, and gonna try now what it's doing. But yeah, we'll see. So we had small progress and then setbacks, as in trunk is locked again, and we forgot to put the emergency release back in. So I'm now gonna try to somehow open it like this. So yeah, great. We have working things.
No way.
We just closed this hydraulically, this, and now the roof. All the locks seem to be in place. It seems to be locked now. Can't really see out of the back anymore, like underneath here. Roof is closed. Car seems happy. Sweet. Yeah, this piece of we just tried to open the trunk lid mechanically, and it needs to, when it tilts back, it needs to unlock this. It didn't. It's working intermittently, so it didn't. So it jammed, which is why I had to crawl in there, as you saw before. Lovely. Anyway, crawling in there was successful. This was removed. Thankfully, I have a new lock coming already. So we're gonna, I guess, just try a full run now again. Okay, one attempt with VCDS to open it completely. Well, sunroof opened, nothing more. Well, I heard something.
Ja, er staat entriegeld.
and we're stuck somewhere. Well, final update for the day, I think. As you can see, the roof is right now closed and actually closed and locked in position. We were able to open and close it step by step, complete full motion using VCDS. It does not want to do it with a switch, not even a little bit. It starts right away with a system error. Why? Good question. Just spits out a generic error. Right now we also have a problem with the trunk lock still, as mentioned before. We just taped it out of the way so it will never ever accidentally lock on us again. But it's, well, just finger operated basically. But who's gonna break into this right now? If they are, good for them. But everything is locked in place. The hydraulics work. The pump now has decent amount of liquid in it and it retains it. It's not spitting out any liquid. It is, yeah, it is a functioning roof right now. Without a laptop, you can't really move it. So it's kind of inconvenient. Following problems right now. This flap here has a cable pull here that's broken, that needs to be replaced. The one over here seems to be fine and working, but it's not in here. So I can't put this in, and the problem is this has a sensor. So this obviously impacts the roof functionality because it doesn't have a defined state. And yeah, we assume right now that is the problem. We also noticed, despite the roof being in a locked, closed position, and the car is happy with that, that parking sensors don't work. It also has non-functioning backup lights, which should be in here, I think. Yeah, so the reverse light and the parking sensors both don't work when you put it in reverse, which means either we happen to have a dead bulb and maybe a dead electronics module for the PDC sensors, or all the sensors. Oddly enough, I didn't have any error messages regarding lights when I drove it up here. Also, one of the parking lights in the front apparently decided to die. It's legitimately dead though, from the looks of it. So, verdict of the day. We have a functioning roof, as long as you have a laptop and VCDS to control it. We have a broken trunk lock, which I kind of suspected, which is why I already have one on order, so it's coming. And we have a functioning hydraulic system, which is probably the part I'm most happy about, because that is what everything moves. So we have a functioning roof, minus some sensor issues, which is possibly related to that. Definitely related to that thing over there. So yeah, I'm gonna button this up, put it all back, fix all this mess, and then I'm probably gonna call it a day. Oh yeah, we decided these two hall sensors here for the covers that are not in place here, we're just gonna, well, tape them in place with between some magnets. Should do the trick. Seems to. Maybe not actually. It might actually be one of the reasons. I have no idea. I might even start assembling some interior bits again in the near future. So, at least on the bottom part. I need access to over here and here. Well, maybe not even there. Definitely need access over there for this. And then I need to just find a home for where these wires actually go, where they're supposed to run. And then it might start looking like a car again.